And welcome to another week of the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips Podcast, Season 2, Episode 12, Week 5. I am your host, Tyler Belosky, with my co-host,
Eli Belosky. I can't believe we're already so far in the season already.
I know, 5 weeks into the season, and our season is doing pretty okay. We got a couple teams undefeated, a couple teams not winning anything. We'll talk about our Scott Fishbowl League coming up a little later. But Eli, Week 5, we're ready to go. Got some cool special guests on later tonight when we do our pick'ems. So I'm excited about that. But before we get started with our nines, we're going to talk about Drafting Sleepers. DraftingSleepers.com is an amazing website, guys. It is the social network for fantasy sports. They do football, basketball, hockey, baseball. Basketball is right around the corner. Hockey just started, but now we're talking football. You can go on there, log in for free. You can go in there and just ask your questions, run polls. We post the podcast there. We ask questions there too. You know, we give you guys good feedback there. DraftingSleepers.com is a place to be for all your social networking. Eli, I know you like to go there, check out all the questions, and we have a couple questions from our nines later on.
Yeah, they're pretty good ones.
Oh, the questions, yes, but it is a good website too.
Yeah, it is a good website.
Excuse me. All right, so we got our nines going. Our nines are news, injuries, notes, emails, and stats. And again, Eli dropped the ball, not getting a stat this week. That's your department, Eli.
Yeah, I was trying to find some stats. I mean, I did find one. Tom Brady got over 300 yards, but barely, like 303 or 305 yards.
On Thursday night?
Yeah, on Thursday night. I was so mad when I saw that the Bucs lost.
Yeah.
That's Tom Brady's, 246th win, I think?
Something like that, right around there.
So he's tied with Peyton Manning, and I think it's Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre's son, correct.
With regular season wins, He's already beat the record for postseason and regular season.
So there's some more stats for you right there. I guess we do have stats, Eli. Good job. Yep. All right, so our nines are presented by PristineAuction.com. Guys, Pristine Auction is a great website to get your signed memorabilia, from jerseys to balls, to bats, to pitchers. 100% authentic. They have the best authenticity people out there to make sure these are 100% authentic signatures from the players and athletes and movie stars that they have. PristineAuction.com. Sign-ups for free, biddings for free. You sign up, mention our podcast, and it'd be great.
Yeah, that would really help us.
Yeah, so let's dive right into the nines. Eli, what do you got for the first nine?
Andrew Luck is out, or is playing practice.
He's practicing,
but he's out for this week. Same with Sam Bradford. That's huge the Colts have been getting pretty good they've been getting along good without Luck.
Yeah,
so I think they'll take a win.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett is kind of picking up the slack there for Luck. I'm going to start him this week in one of my leagues. It's either that or Andy Dalton, and I'm going to go with Jacoby Brissett. But Luck is out this week, and Sam Bradford is too. But Luck is practicing, but they're still saying probably right around November or so he's going to be back playing.
Yeah.
What's your number two, Eli?
Going back to Andrew Luck just for a second. They do play San Francisco, so they'll probably get a win.
Yeah. Yep.
Next one, Dalvin Cook has a torn ACL, as you guys probably heard, and he is out for the season. That is huge for Minnesota because they're playing, I think, a really hard team. They're playing Chicago.
Yeah, that's not a hard team.
Yeah, I thought.
But they're going to be hard now because they have to rely on Latavius Murray and McKinnon there. So, that could be tough. And now, you still have Case Keenum at quarterback. Though he kind of blew it up last week with 300-plus yards and a couple touchdowns. But that's Dalvin Cook, the rookie. That's tough. You can go ahead and drop him now. He's going to be done for the season. I guess if you have an IR spot, but he's done for the season. So just drop him, pick up Murray if you haven't already.
Or McKinnon. He's probably going to get a few snaps every game.
Sure. They'll be splitting carries. I've also read, Eli, earlier this week that there's talk that Minnesota may go back and trade for Adrian Peterson.
Really?
That'd be interesting because
That'd be good. I think I saw that headline.
Yeah, he left there the offseason and signed with the Saints, and the Saints aren't really using him anymore. And Peterson knows the offense there in Minnesota, so I would say go for that. That'd be awesome, Minnesota.
Yeah, and he's getting pretty mad that the Saints aren't really using him.
That's right.
So I think he'd be glad to go back.
I think he would too. Number 3, Eli, what do you got?
Number 3, Derek Carr out for 2 to 6 weeks because he fractured his back. They have E.J. Manuel as a substitution. I'm not really sure about him. I wouldn't have any receivers on the Raiders for a while until they say he's going to come back.
Yeah, until Carr comes back. Yeah, that's tough. The Raiders are they're in a tough position. E.J. Manuel is not really the best quarterback. He can run, which is going to help
that will help.
Marshawn Lynch, because now you have 2 running players. But yeah, Cooper, who's just going down all of a sudden this year, and then Crabtree's coming off an injury. I don't know if I'm starting either one of them this week. That's going to be a tough matchup. And then your last 9, Eli. What do you got, number 4?
Devontae Adams, game time decision for a concussion he had last week. He's playing the Cowboys. I think he's going to play. That's a big game for them.
Yeah, I when I wrote this up this morning, he was day to day or week to week, but now I've seen more reports coming out saying he's gonna suit up, get going, and playing this week. He may not play as many snaps, but he's gonna be there in the passing game. Unfortunately for Ty Montgomery, though, he is going to be out with his ribs.
That stinks because I have him in my league.
That's a huge blow for that passing game. Not so much the running game, but the passing game. Montgomery is week to week, but probably 2 to 3 weeks, and then he'll be full. So if you haven't already, go pick up Aaron Jones and Williams.
Aaron Williams?
Aaron Jones and the Williams.
The other guy.
The rookie. But however,
they have like 3 rookie running backs.
Yeah, I'm not really keen on those guys this week. I've had a couple people ask me on Twitter, "Oh, should I give Aaron Jones?" I say no. I mean, you can pick him up for this week, but you're going to go ahead and drop him next week when Montgomery comes back.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't waste that pickup. I'd go out and get Latavius Murray, who's going to be playing every week. Aaron Jones isn't going to be playing every week. Montgomery comes back, he's the starter. He's getting his job back.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Be cautious of Jones and Williams there in Green Bay. However, it is a bye week, so you may need that running back. And we'll get to the byes later this week.
Yeah.
Number 6 for our 9s is running back Chris Carson out of Seattle, broken ankle. For the most part, he's done for the season. I mean, you break your ankle, that's looking at 6 to 8 weeks, and then he's coming back to a backfield that he's not guaranteed to win that position back because of Eddie Lacy, C.J. Prosise. And
C.J. Prosise is out this week, though.
He is out, but they got Thomas Rawls. So I would just go ahead and drop Chris Carson. There's no reason.
If you have him.
Yeah, there's no reason to hang on to him anymore. We just found out that Jack Doyle is out for this week. Indianapolis tight end. He is concussion protocol, so go ahead and not start him. And then Marquise Goodwin is probably going to be a game-time decision, also concussion. But I'd say don't worry about starting him.
Yeah, that'd be big if he doesn't start because that's really the second option in Jacksonville because Allen Robinson's out. They only have Allen Hurns.
I thought he was with the 49ers.
Marquise? Oh,
You're thinking Marquise Lee. Marquise Goodwin's with the 49ers. Yeah,
okay.
That's all right.
That's big because they play the Minnesota.
Either way, he's the number 2 in San Francisco, and you're not going to start him anyways.
Yeah.
But if you did, because of the bye week, don't do it. And then our last 9, number 8 is Jordan Matthews, receiver, Buffalo Bills. He's out 4 to 6 weeks because he has thumb surgery. They say 4 weeks, but week 5 he comes back. He's not going to be healthy enough, and then week 6 he'll probably be ready to go. 4 to 6 weeks. So go ahead and put him on your bench and get somebody else. And we have a couple questions on our draftingsleepers.com account. The first one is from Chill Peps. It says, guys, if you had to pick one of the running backs for the Giants to start the rest of this year, who would you pick? Paul Perkins, Wayne Gallman, or Shane Vereen?
I was thinking Shane Vereen, but then I chose Wayne Gallman, whatever his name is.
Gallman, yeah, Gallman.
Because the Giants have been giving him a lot of snaps lately, so I think that's good for him. So I'm picking Galman.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Galman, too. Perkins isn't the running back that everyone thought he was going to be this year.
He's also injured.
He's injured this week, so he's not playing. So I say go ahead and start Gallman. Vereen would be good for PPR and maybe a deep roster for like if you start 2 or 3 flexes. But I'd go Gallman. We're starting him in as a number 2 running back this week because of the buys.
Yeah.
But I'd say Gallman for the rest of the year and then back him up with Shane Vereen if you have that extra spot. Perkins is done. He's averaging less than 2 yards a carry.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah, so Chill Peps, go with Gallman.
Yeah.
And then City of Blues asks, guys, what's your thoughts on Amir Abdullah as a weekly running back 2 starter?
I think he's really capable of being a number 1. I mean, if you win no running backs in your draft, then he realistically could be a number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends who if you have Bell, then he's a solid 2. Yeah, I like that. If we have him in one of our leagues as our number 1 because we went 3 receivers and a tight end and a quarterback, our first 4 or 5 picks. So yeah, he's our number 1. But yeah, he's definitely number 2, solid number 2 running back.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have him, get him. If he's your number 1. Hopefully you have a solid number 2 to back him up. But yeah, he's a weekly
and good receivers.
Yeah, he's definitely a weekly starter. Abdullah is definitely a weekly starter for the rest of the year, other than on bye week.
He's good for PPR too.
Yes, him and Theo Redrick. If you can get Redrick too, start him on bye weeks, then go for it.
Yeah, that's what we did.
So City of Blues, Chill Peps, thank you so much for your questions on DraftingSleepers.com. And that's going to wrap it up for our 9s this week, presented by PristineAuction.com. And Eli, we're going to go to our sit and start section, our segment of the podcast. Eli, why don't you go ahead and start us off on who you would sit and start for Buffalo and Cincinnati?
All right, the Buffalo Bills versus the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. And for Bills, you're going to start Tyrod Taylor in deep leagues. They are playing Cincinnati. They don't have the best defense. You're starting Shady. You're starting probably Zay Jones because they're only playing Cincinnati.
Yeah, definitely Charles Clay, too. You want to get in there.
He's a beast this year.
And you want to get Tyrod, like Eli was saying, because it's bye weeks. So you can get that bye week filler in there. And actually, we're talking about the buys. Let's do that right now. Guys, bye weeks start this week. And you got the Falcons, the Broncos, the Saints, and Redskins all on buys. So get those guys out of your lineup. I guess unless you're playing us, then keep them in there.
Oh, yeah.
But get them out and get these guys in there like Tyrod. Maybe Andy Dalton for the Bengals, but Buffalo's defense is pretty good.
And Tyler Eifert's
out. So you got A.J. Green, really. And those running backs in Cincinnati, I'm not touching them.
No.
I'm not starting Mixon. I'm not starting Gio, and I'm not starting Hill. I'm going to try to trade them or drop them. You probably could trade Mixon based on his name. Gio and Hill, just drop them.
Yeah. New York Jets in Cleveland. There's really no one here to start except maybe Crow, but New York, that's their secondary. But, really only Crow.
Duke Johnson, he's going to get some PPR points.
Yeah,
he's starting.
For buys. Here's a sleeper of the week. In deep leagues, if you have like a buy, Bryce Petty is... I think it's Bryce Petty, the quarterback for the Jets. He's been doing really good lately. So I think in deep leagues, he would be one of the best, I think.
Yeah, and also for the Jets, you're going to start... Josh McCown.
Oh, Josh McCown.
I think you're talking somebody else. And Bilal Powell, you want to start this week, Powell, because they're playing the Browns.
And maybe Matt Forte, too,
for buys. Yeah, if he's healthy enough going for it, go for it. He's kind of a small name, so we didn't put him in our 9s, but you're not going to start him anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, you're going to start Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, Jay Stu, Calvin Benjamin. Get all those guys in there. Devin Funchess, if you have deep leagues.
Or buys.
Fill them in for your buys. Detroit, Golden Tate, Matthew Stafford, Amadullah, Theo, Eric Ebron.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone just start them. Carolina's defense is pretty good, so you may want to start the defense for Carolina. However, Detroit has the number 1 fantasy defense this year so far.
Whoa, that's pretty good. That's surprising.
That's going to be a good matchup between them, Cam, and Calvin Benjamin. It'd be nice to see how they work that out.
Yeah.
All right, San Francisco 49ers against the Colts. I can't wait till we get to go pick these games because this is going to be a horrible game.
Yeah.
Well, I'd start Jacoby Brissett because, one, I'm doing it. Frank
Yeah.
Gore, T.Y. Hilton. I almost call him Ty, Eli.
That's my thing.
I know, right? T.Y. Even, kind of a small sleeper, Dante Moncrief. We'll get him in there. For San Francisco, Eli, who are you starting?
No one.
Not even Carlos Hyde?
No one. He's coming off an injury.
Yeah, but they're playing the Colts.
The Colts' defense is getting pretty good.
Yeah, but
they're good against Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, I'm starting Carlos Hyde, and that's about it. I'm not starting
I'm not starting Carlos Hyde. I'm not starting Carlos Hyde in general.
That's why we do this, guys. I say start him. He says sit him. Maybe a flex. Can we agree on a flex?
No, we can't.
All right, flex him. Tennessee Titans against the Dolphins. Marcus Mariota is dealing with a hamstring right now. So
I don't think he's going to play. He does, for some reason.
Definitely keep an eye on that late Sunday morning.
Yeah.
They will let you know. We're on right now, Saturday night. But
it's a 1 o'clock game, so that's not very helpful.
Yeah, so you guys can go ahead and start Mariota, start DeMarco Murray, Delaney Walker, and that's about it. Dolphins, Jay Ajayi.
Yeah.
You're not starting Cutler. You're not starting. Maybe.
Actually, I'd start Cutler against Tennessee defense.
Okay. Oh, bye-week filler maybe?
Bye-weeks, yeah. Deep leagues.
And I think this is Cutler's last week. If not, I think they're going to bench him and get in Matt Moore because they're not doing anything this year.
Yeah. I mean, they lost to the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets.
Exactly. The Jets. All right, Chargers against the Giants. Going to New York. I'm starting Eli Manning.
I'm not.
Sterling Shepard, OBJ, Brandon Marshall, Evan Ingram, Gallman if you need a bye-week filler running back. Chargers, Eli, you starting Gordon?
Yeah.
You gonna start
Giants' defense is terrible.
They're getting better.
They're getting better, but I think
their passing defense is horrible.
Oh yeah,
that run defense is good.
But I still think Gordon's gonna get probably definitely a touchdown.
He'll get 101. Yeah, he'll get 100 yards and a touchdown for sure. You're starting Phillip Rivers against that defense? That pass defense?
Yeah, like you said, the pass defense is really bad.
Keenan Allen, you're going to start? That's probably about it for Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's the number one there. He's going to get 10 catches. That's 10 points right there. And that's about it. I'm not starting Hunter Henry. I'm not starting Antonio Gates. Arizona, Carson Palmer. I mean, Philly's defense, that pass defense is not great either, so Carson Palmer maybe for bye week.
They did get, I think, at least one interception against the Giants.
Yeah, they did. And then you're going to start John Brown, Jaron Brown, and Larry Fitzgerald. Eagles, Eli, who are you going to start for the Eagles?
I think I'd start their kicker. Their kicker is doing really good.
Yeah, it's a home game. You're going to get at least 3 or 4 touchdowns, a couple of extra points probably.
Yeah, and last home game, he had a 61-yard field goal, a record.
Yeah, do we have to bring that up?
Yes, we do.
It's the Giants. 0-4 Giants. Carson Wentz, you're starting. I would start Wendell Smallwood, but he's hurt for this week, so you're not starting him.
That's not good.
No.
I have to take him out of my lineup.
We would do that for you. You got LeGarrette Blount, get him in there. Alshon Jeffrey, you want to start Zach Ertz. You know what? I am so confused on Zach Ertz this year, only because of this. Why? He's awesome. He's doing great. He's one of the top 2 or 3 tight ends this year. But I'm confused because in the preseason we did our top 15 tight ends, and I had him in my bust of the year. Remember that? You and Bill King there?
At
yeah. Yeah.
We told you.
I know.
Wow.
And then
you do not listen good sometimes.
I know. And my start of the year, Kyle Rudolph, I had him just blowing up. He's the bust of the year. He's not doing anything. So I got those two backed up.
I did have him as my blow up.
Yeah.
I think.
Kyle? Or Zach Ertz? I don't.
It wasn't Zach Ertz.
It wasn't Zach Ertz. But either way, I had that completely backwards. Kyle Rudolph is doing horrible, and Ertz is blowing it up.
He doesn't have a quarterback. That's why.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sam Bradford was doing great the first week and then gets hurt, and that's why Rudolph is horrible.
And Case Keenum doesn't like him, so...
You had Greg Olsen as your blow-up. All right, moving on. Yes. Jacksonville and Steelers. You got, obviously, Brown, Big Ben, Bell. You're going to start maybe Bryant.
No, Bryant's got an illness. He's questionable.
He'll
probably play,
He'll play. Just watch out for him.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to start that kicker there, too. Boswell.
Yeah.
Wow, all B's.
I almost said Heinz
5
Ward.
B's. Heinz Ward?
For
Wow.
some reason, he's a wide receiver too.
Did you even see Heinz Ward's play? Are you that old?
No.
No.
But I've seen highlights.
And Madden.
Boom.
And Madden.
And Madden.
But you get 5 B's. Brown, Bell, Big Ben, Boswell, and Bryant.
And there's one more on defense.
Yeah, it's defense. All right, Jacksonville, you're going to start Leonard Fournette, maybe Allen Hurns, and that's about it. That's it. Maybe Blake Bortles if you need a bye week filler, but Pittsburgh's defense can cream them.
Yeah. I was going to say I had Leonard Fournette and the Pittsburgh defense in one league, but I don't.
Tough. Yeah, you don't. All right, Baltimore Ravens against Oakland Raiders. Again, we talked about the Raiders. Maybe only Marshawn Lynch this week. Unless you have a couple flexes, you're not going to start Cooper or Crabtree. Maybe Crabtree over the both of them if I had to pick one. Baltimore, no one really. I mean, Mike Wallace and
Terrence West came back.
He's coming back, so maybe him and Buck Allen, maybe. But that's tough. I mean, that's Baltimore is a tough team this year to start anyone on. Seattle Seahawks against the Los Angeles Rams. Seahawks, Wilson, Jimmy Graham, Doug Baldwin, Paul Richardson. That's about it, really. That running back is going to be a committee. It's tough to say Lacy. I'd say Lacy over Rawls, but you could go either way.
Yeah, I think I'd start both in deep leagues if you have both.
Yeah, that's about it. Or flex. He's going to be a flex.
Yeah, and then you can have Lacy as your number 2 if you have bye weeks.
Yeah. Oakland Raiders, Los Angeles Rams, you're going to start Jared Goff. Why not? He's doing hot. He's got the hot hand right now. Obviously, Todd Gurley, Sammy Watkins, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, in deeper leagues for those last couple guys. But this playing Seattle defense. Seattle defense, they're going to blow them up this week, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're going to shut everyone down, but...
This is a rivalry game, a division rivalry game.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to be starting Todd Gurley for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Sammy Watkins. After that, it's your choice. Yeah, what's that for? Probably the game of the week.
It is. It's on Fox. The only 4 o'clock game on Fox, but it's at 4:30.
Who is it?
Green Bay and Dallas. I always love watching this game, even though I hate both teams.
You don't, yeah.
Because my mom likes Green Bay, and my uncle and my other uncle like
the Cowboys.
Yep, like the Cowboys. But this is going to be a great game to watch.
Yep. It's in
They're
Dallas,
probably going to, it's in Dallas. They're probably going to have Color Rush uniforms on.
Nope, only Thursday nights.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if they did. All right, so Green Bay, you're going to start Aaron Rodgers, obviously. You're going to start Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams, get him in there. Maybe Randall Cobb and running backs.
He had a touchdown last week.
Yeah. Running backs, I'm not really going to be touching any of them like we talked about earlier. If I had to pick one, I'd say Aaron Jones, but I'm not going to start him.
Yeah.
Dallas, Eli, who are you starting?
Dak Prescott, Zeke. Zeke hasn't been doing as good as everyone thought, but he's Zeke. You have to start him. And there's Dez Bryant, Jason Witten in deep leagues or bye weeks.
Yep.
Like if you have Austin Hooper on bye.
Yeah, and maybe even Cole Beasley for deeper leagues. That's about it. I'm not starting either defense, though, because I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game.
Yeah, it always is. It really always is.
Yep. And the Sunday night game of the week, you got the Chiefs against the Texans. I think this is going to be a really good game.
This is going to be an awesome game.
Yeah, you got Deshaun Watson versus Alex Smith, 2 of the hot quarterbacks right now. I'm going to start both of them. I'm going to start both Kareem Hunt and Lamar Miller because Miller is starting to turn it on a little bit. I'm going to start Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller.
Yeah, Will Fuller's coming on hot after his injury.
Yeah, he's got 2 touchdowns last week. Maybe in a deep league, I'm going to start them. Fuller, but he's, or buys, I guess. It depends on your team makeup. Yeah. And then Monday Night Football. Who do you got, Eli?
Minnesota and Chicago, division rivalry. And for Minnesota, I'm not going to really... Well, actually, I'd start Case Keenum for bye weeks if you have Matt Ryan or Drew Brees. And Steph Diggs is doing really hot, same with Adam Thielen. And for Chicago...
any of those running backs though, Murray or
I don't know.
McKinnon?
They are playing Chicago's defense.
Yeah, I guess if you have a bye week.
Yeah,
I mean that's
Murray,
about it.
Murray.
Yeah, Murray. Yeah, he's
Not
kind of
McKinnon.
proven more than
McKinnon. Yeah, But McKinnon does know the playbook a little bit more than him.
Yeah.
So that would be the only advantage. But I don't think
it's really based on your team makeup, guys. If you need to start someone, you flip a coin if you have either one of them.
Yeah, that's what it all comes down to. If like projections or stars, if you play Yahoo Fantasy.
Yep. All right, Chicago Bears. You're gonna start Jordan Howard.
And that's about it.
No, they got another running back, Keenan, something like that.
I don't know.
Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen. He's getting the hot hand there. And big news coming out of Chicago. They're going to be starting Mitch Trubisky.
Nice.
This week over
Mike Glennon.
So that's a good choice. I'm not starting Mitch right now. Give him a couple games, see how he does.
Yeah, Mike Glennon is actually rated over Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, but Mitch is the rookie. They want to get him in there. It's week 5. Let's get this kid going. See what the rookie has.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that covers everything for the sit starts. So we're going to move on to our next segment called the world famous candy bar bet. And guys, if you guys don't know what this is, every preseason when we go through our rankings of each position, Eli and I pick our top players who we want. Like this year we have Antonio Brown versus OBJ, who gets more fantasy points and stuff like that. Big Ben versus Eli, and kicker versus kicker and whatnot. But this week is a special week for us during our Scott Fish Bowl week. The week 5 we were playing Brandon Marion Lee from Her Fantasy Football in that podcast, and we are betting Eli. I don't know if I told you this yet.
But I think you have.
We are playing for Oswego's Finest Chocolates and Cookies versus New York City's Finest Chocolates and Cookies.
Winner.
New
York City.
Yeah, the loser has to buy their city's chocolate and send it to them, to the winner. So Scott Fish Bowl, we are playing Brandon Marion Lee, and right now we're up by like 15, 16 points.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get some of that New York City chocolate. And in our ESPN league, friends of ours on Twitter, Casey Keesum, you can find her on Twitter at the Casey Keesum. That's TheKaceykasem. She's out of Dallas, or just north of Dallas, and we have the same thing. Oswego's Finest Chocolates versus Dallas's Finest Chocolates.
Ooh, Dude Perfect chocolate.
Yeah, Dude Perfect. We love those guys. So yeah, we have that bet. Right now we're losing to her by like 15, 16 points.
Come on, that's your team. That's you. That's not me.
Yeah, but it's still.
When you have me on the team, it's much better.
Yeah. I forgot. Brandon Marion Lee, you can find her at Twitter at BrandonHerFFB. Those are 2 great follows. Also, if you want some good fantasy football information, follow those guys on Twitter. You cannot go wrong with both of them. So that's our world famous candy bar bets with those 2 guys. Those 2 ladies, and we'll let you guys know next week who won and who's getting the chocolate and candies, and maybe we'll share some with you guys. Coming up next, we're going to do our pick'ems, and I'm going to go get some of our special guests. Maybe, Eli, why don't you go ahead and just kill some time and talk about whatever you want to talk about as I go get our guests.
All right, so New York City chocolate. I think it's going to be really good. I mean, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, we're beating them, her, so that's helpful. Oh man, I hope he's coming back soon. Oh wow, I hope she likes the chocolate if we lose. If we lose, we probably won't. But going back to the ESPN league that my dad is in, I don't even think it's just me helping him do the roster. I think it's just me on the team, not even just helping him with the roster.
I heard bits and pieces of that. It's definitely all you picking.
Oh, dude, yes.
All right, so we got 2 cool guests here with us tonight. We like to do this as a family event. We have our 2. Get over here. We need you over here. Get close to the microphone. All right, so Eli is son number 1, and we have son number 2 with us. We have Matthew. Say hi, Matthew.
Hello.
And we have son number 3 with us, Parker. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Parker. All right, so we are going to do our team pick'ems. We're going to pick who the winner is, and these guys love doing this with us every year. We're going to have them on more and more every week. I know it's kind of, it's what we do. We love having our family on the podcast. So bear with us. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. first game of the week, Eli, Matthew, and Parker. Do you want the Buffalo Bills or the Cincinnati Bengals to win?
I think Buffalo's going to win. I want them to win, too.
Yeah, I want Buffalo to win.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so that's 4 Buffaloes. All right, next up, we have the Jets and Browns. Matthew.
I'll go with the Jets because Matt Forte is doing good this year.
All right, so he wants the Jets. Parker, who do you want?
Wait, who's the Jets?
The Jets or the Browns?
Oh, Jets.
The Jets. Eli?
I think the Jets, too.
I'm going to go with the Jets. All right, Parker, do you want the Carolina Panthers or the Detroit Lions? You want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay, Matthew.
I'll go with Panthers.
Panthers. Eli?
Yeah, Panthers.
All right, I'm going to go with the Lions because they're at home.
Wow.
Parker, Panthers or Lions?
Panthers.
Panthers. Okay.
Good job.
San Francisco 49ers or the Colts? Eli.
I think the Colts will win this one.
Yeah,
Matt?
me too. Colts.
All right, Parker,
Who is that against?
the 49ers or the Colts?
Colts.
The Colts. I'm going to say the Colts too because they're in Indianapolis. Tennessee Titans at the Miami Dolphins. Parker, who do you want? The Dolphins or the Titans?
Mostly neither.
He doesn't. He wants a tie. You want a tie?
Yeah.
All right, he's going to play for a
Okay.
tie.
Yeah.
Matthew, you want the Titans or the Dolphins?
Well, I want the Titans to
The
win.
Titans. All right, Eli.
I think the Titans. They don't
Titans.
have a quarterback. My
Dolphins.
that
Yeah, I'm
is.
gonna go with the Titans too. Do you want the Los Angeles Chargers, Matthew, or the New York Giants?
Probably Giants because Eli Manning and Old Beckham are doing good.
Excellent, Eli.
Chargers. I just don't want the Giants to win. I want them to go 0-5.
4-5. All right, Parker. Chargers or Giants?
Giants.
Giants. I'm gonna go with the Giants too. If that was in the Chargers Stadium, I would say the Chargers. But it's in New York. All right, Arizona Cardinals or the Philadelphia Eagles? Parker, Cardinals or Eagles?
Tie.
He wants another tie. That's 2
Another
ties this
tie.
week. Matthew, Cardinals or Eagles?
I'll go with the Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Eli?
Eagles, I think.
Eagles. I'm
They
going
have
to
a
go
good
Eagles.
kicker.
Yep. I think it could be come down to a kicking game again.
Yeah, I said a tie.
You said a tie, Parker. You did. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars or the Pittsburgh Steelers? Eli.
Steelers, obviously.
Parker?
Jaguars.
Matthew?
Tie.
Tie? No. You got to pick one. The Jaguars or Steelers?
Mostly.
Mostly.
Tie.
A tie? Okay, 3 ties. Matthew? I'm sorry, did you say the Steelers or Jaguars?
I said the Jaguars.
Oh, actually,
Jaguars.
The Jaguars? Okay, so I got the
Okay.
Steelers also. Oh, whatever. All right, the Baltimore Ravens against the Oakland Raiders. Parker, Raiders or Ravens?
I'll pick both because I like both of them.
Oh, you got to pick one, buddy.
Why?
All
I want 4 ties.
No. All right, Matthew.
Well, I'll go with Baltimore because I have a mini version I'll
Yep, you
of
like
Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs' little figurine. Parker, you said the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
I
Ravens.
like Joe Flacco.
He likes Joe Flacco. Wow, you know Joe Flacco?
Yeah, I like Joe Flacco.
I didn't know that. All right, Eli.
I think Ravens because the Raiders are just falling apart.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with Baltimore again. Yeah, I think it's 4 Baltimores. All right, Seattle Seahawks or the Los Angeles Rams? Matthew.
I'll go Seattle.
All right, Seattle.
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Parker.
Seattle.
Seattle. It's 4 Seattles. Green Bay Packers. Dallas Cowboys. Parker. Cowboys or Packers?
Tie.
No, you got to pick.
Alright. Wait.
You want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay, Matthew. Packers or Cowboys?
This is my first tie.
This is your first tie. You really think
Oh
you're
yeah,
going to
you
tie?
like both.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty much.
We can do that for you, Eli.
I don't really like to say it, but the Packers. I think they have more firepower. They have better.
Yeah, because of Aaron
better.
Rodgers.
Yeah, they have better receivers too. They have more.
I'm gonna go with the Packers too.
Packers.
Parker with the Packers. All right, Kansas City Chiefs at the Houston Texans. Eli.
I think Kansas.
Yeah, it's
I
on
want
my
Kansas
leg. It's on
City
my leg.
to
I'm
go.
sorry.
I want Kansas City to go 5-0, but I think Houston's gonna win.
All right,
Yeah.
Matthew. Houston Texans or Chiefs?
Oh, Houston.
Houston. Parker. Houston or Kansas City?
Kansas.
Kansas City. I think I'm gonna go Kansas City too. I love Deshaun Watson, but I think they're gonna shut him down this week. So the Chiefs. Monday Night Football. Matthew, Chicago Bears or Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, probably Chicago.
The Chicago Bears with the
Yeah.
upset. Nice. All
Yeah.
right. Parker, Bears or Vikings?
Hopefully,
Bears.
The Bears. 2 Bears, Eli?
I think the Bears too. I think they're gonna have an upset.
That's 4 Bears. I'm going to go with the Bears also.
Wow.
If it's in Minnesota, I'd pick the Vikings, but the Bears, I'm going to go with the Bears. Guys, that's going to do it for our pick'ems. I want to say a special thank you to our special guest, Matthew Boloski. Thank you for coming on. He just said bye-bye. Parker, thank you for coming on. You going to say bye? No? Okay.
Hi.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, we're going. Get out of here.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you guys so much. And guys, like I said, it's just something fun that we have with our family in this podcast. 5 minutes of hearing us.
Yeah, it's really fun. That's most of the reason why we like to do it. That and to help bring fantasy knowledge to the world.
Yeah, in all ages. You know, who says it has to be 55-year-old men doing this? You know?
Yeah.
Why can't it be 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds and whatever-year-olds? So, guys, thank you so much for listening to that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some cool knowledge and the 4 ties. All right, so that's going to come close to wrapping it up for us tonight. You can find us on YouTube at the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us questions and comments. We'd love to hear from you. Our subscription guys are going up every week, so keep it up. Thank you so much for that.
And keep liking our videos. Just basically do anything good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or give us negative feedback. Tell us what you want to change. You know,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
can we change? How can we improve? What can we cut out? Can I cut out Eli? That'd be awesome. But you heard
If we could cut out you saying that the Giants are going to win, then that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But if you cut out Eli, you would hear last week's show, and that wasn't any fun. So
It was 20 minutes long.
yeah, so you want Eli on here too. You can find us on YouTube. You can email us questions at tylerandelifftips@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at Tyler Boloski. That's TYLERBELAWSKE. Or recently, we've got a lot of traffic on Drafting Sleepers. You can find us use our website or podcast, but draftingsleepers.com is again an awesome website. Thank you for teaming up with this year. Thank you, Pristine Auction, for sponsoring us this year and teaming up with us. Eli, any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
I have a tip of the week.
Tip of the week. Here we go.
Don't. Okay, I was waiting for that drum roll. Okay. Don't always trust stats. I mean, let's just say if Sterling Shepard had 2 touchdowns last week, it could go either way. Usually, it's like with Kareem Hunt, he just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I thought it was a fluke, but it wasn't. Or it might go down, like with, I think it was Marshawn Lynch, maybe, I don't know.
Yep, started off hot, now he's going downhill. Pretty much don't chase points and don't chase stats.
Yeah.
You know who you like, you know who you want to start. That's a good point, Eli. You know, he could go off for 3 touchdowns this week, but then next week have 3 fumbles and get you negative points. So just be cautious of those hot hands, those hot players of the week, because those hot players in weeks, like Trey Cohen, he's starting to go down a little bit. He was hot 2 weeks. The hot hand now is Aaron Jones out of Green Bay. But again, guys, listen, it's only going to be for a week or 2. So do you want to waste a roster spot for a week or 2 that you're only going to use this week anyways? So
yeah.
Don't chase points. Don't chase those stats. Eli, that's a great tip of the week.
And, what was I going to say? I don't know.
All right.
Any
final
thoughts?
My final thought is just bring me that chocolate. Bring me the chocolate from New York and bring me the chocolate from Dallas. We're going to beat you, ladies. We're going to beat you.
We also get some chocolate from England.
Yes, we do
Soon.
get some chocolate from England. Yes, I forgot about that in Scott Fishbowl. All right, that's going to do it for us in the Tyler and Eli Fantasy Football Tips Podcast, Season 2, Episode 12, Week 5. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing the podcast with everyone, especially on Twitter, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm your host, Tyler Boloski, and our other host, Eli Boloski, and we are out.
Mic drop.